trying to budget effectively and bring in community partners. So again, was fortunate. Marquette had a history of being a community school. It was one of the first when the city rolled out that initiative. But I would argue that leaders who are leading high-churn schools have to tap into somewhat of a community grassroots approach to how they support and supplant some of the needs that their families present.
Doing what we can to support the families in terms of providing stability and resources in their lives so that they can maintain, they can stay stably located and these children can stay in school, and helping them to understand the importance of that is critical. So partnering with the families and trying to provide supports.
Based on what I was saying about Marquette having somewhat of the framework or the bones of having been a community school, upon the turnaround, a lot of those agencies pulled out but slowly came back because they recognized that the need for the community and our organization to embrace them. But again, I didn't have a skill set or training or even a mindset on trying to coordinate all of those different services. And so it does put principals in a really, or I'll say their teams, in a very challenging situation, because I don't know how we would have met the needs of our families, tried to reach the metric of CPS's attendance expectations without ensuring that our kids were medically compliant, by having a clinic in the building, by having a partnership with SNAP and TANF benefits for families, to partner with a lead community agency that was dedicated and working towards housing, because that community had experienced one of the worst impacts from the housing crisis. And so having all of those pieces, and I resisted it at first because, just like my other colleagues, I'm an instructional leader. I came in to make sure reading was being taught and math was being taught. I had no idea until I went to, thanks to the Atlantic Philanthropies, how California was doing this kind of wraparound approach to providing some context. That learning, like, literally helped me come back with a renewed sense of urgency and purpose around the school truly being a lighthouse or a center of that community.
However, for me as a leader, the struggle was finding something where there was nothing. My school is situated on 115th and State Street. There's literally one Family Dollar and one Shark's Chicken Place. There is no community there for me to tap and walk to. The nearest church is a few blocks away. So you have to really have, like they said, a grassroots mindset. You also have to tap into things that you knew from places that you've been. So I worked in Austin. And the funny thing about Austin is there's lots of organizations, lots of community partners that just want to partner with you. All you have to do is answer their calls. And so what you find yourself doing is figuring out, okay, I used to work with this organization and they provided this. I was nice to them. Let me call them and say, can you come bring these same things to Curtis? And those are the things that we're missing. And so as a new principal, when you got attendance and you got high churn and you got issues, those are the things that affect your day-to-day operation of your school, because you don't know where to draw from or who to draw from.